Hi girls, this video is for those of you who asked to learn how to crochet. So I'm going to show you how to crochet one of the shawl blankets that I made for you guys with pretty much the same stitch over and over and over again. So when you crochet something like this, there are really only two tools that you need. The first is a crochet hook, and they come in different sizes. So this is a 5.75 millimeter crochet hook. And you can find that on Amazon like I did, or probably at an arts and crafts store. Your parents can help you find one of those. And then the other thing is, of course, the yarn. This is the type that I used for your guys' blanket, and they come in different weights, yarn does. So this is a weight 4, like the number 4. And this is just the kind I used. I got it from Hobby Lobby. You could probably find it pretty much anywhere, like Michael's too, or anywhere. Your parents will probably know more about that also. So the yarn and a crochet hook. So I'm going to show you the first part of the blanket, which is the only part that's different from the rest of the blanket. I'm going to use this blue yarn to crochet something called a chain stitch all the way down the very middle row of the blanket. So I'm going to take a length of, it could really be anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. It doesn't really matter because you just want a tail on the end about that long. And I'll show you what to do with the tail later, but I'm going to start about right here with your crochet hook, and you're going to make something called a slip knot. So you're going to make a loop about that big, slip your crochet hook through, snag the yarn on the other side, pull it through, and then just tighten it a little bit. And your parents can also help you with something like a slip knot too, because most adults usually know how to do that one. So see why it's called a slip knot? It's not actually a knot, you just can pull it right out. So I'll show you one more time, and make a loop. Stick your crochet hook through, snag the yarn on the other side, pull it through, tighten it a little bit, and that's where you're going to start your blanket, leaving the tail on the other end. So in a chain stitch, now that you've pulled it snug, you're just going to leave that tail hanging down the back, and then take the yarn that's still attached to the roll of yarn, and you're going to wrap it around the crochet hook and pull that yarn right through that bottom loop that was the slip knot. I'll do it again. Wrap the yarn around the crochet hook and pull it through the loop. And that's all there is to it for the chain stitch. You just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Do it a little slowly still for you. That might be a little hard to hold on to the yarn at the beginning, but you see how it looks like a chain a little bit? So I'm just going to crochet a small sample so you can see how it works. But oh, and if your crochet hook pops out like that, it's okay. Just put it right back in and keep going. So for the blankets that I made for some of you guys, I used 195 stitches all the way down that middle row. But you could make something a lot smaller or even a lot bigger if you wanted to. That all depends on how big you want it to be. Every once in a while you can look back at what you've already crocheted. Just make sure that all the stitches are pretty close to the same size. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as they're somewhat the same. So I'm just going to keep going for a little bit more here. Once you do it enough, you do find kind of a rhythm to it, and it goes faster and faster for you. Now see if I accidentally made a stitch that was too big. See how much bigger that is than the other stitches? I can take my hook out and then pull the yarn out, and then just put the crochet hook back in the loop and keep going. No big deal. Oh, hello, cat. Okay, and you see how mine's not perfect either. It's not super straight, but actually the more rows you add, the more that will help keep the rows straight. As long as it's somewhat straight, it's usually a good sign. Okay, now at the end I'm just gonna make a big loop. Pull that out with my crochet hook. I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut off a longer tail at the end like we had at the beginning. And then I'm gonna pull out that loop. So I have a long tail, just like at the beginning. And I'll use that later for fringe. I'll show you how to make that later. So we've got the center row of our blanket, the very center row. And you won't have to use a chain stitch again. You just needed it for the middle row. But now all the other stitches are going to be the same stitch over and over again, and we're going to crochet on either side of this first row, going back and forth. So we're going to crochet on one side, then the other, then back and forth, until we have as many rows as we want. So I'm going to use a different color, just so there's some contrast so you can see the stitches a little better. And we're going to start all the other rows the same way with a slip knot and a tail at the end. So I'll loop it again, put the crochet hook through, snag the yarn on the other side, and make it a little snug. So to crochet onto this chain stitch, I'm going to start at the bottom and find the first real stitch. So you can kind of see the different stitches one after another. So that first one at the bottom is really just the first knot. So we're going to find the first real stitch above the knot. We're going to slip the crochet hook through and then wrap our pink yarn around the crochet hook. And then we're going to pull that through, that pink yarn through the blue loop. And then we're going to see there's two pink loops now. So we're going to wrap the yarn around again and pull it through those two pink loops. That's the second part of the stitch. But that's the whole stitch right there, those two parts. So we have our first stitch done and we're going to do it again. So we're going to find the next blue stitch, which is right above the other one. Push the crochet hook through, wrap the pink yarn around, pull it through the blue loop. So we have those two pink loops again left over. Wrap the yarn around again and pull it through the two pink loops again. So now we have 2 stitches done. And that's all you do over and over and over again until you get to the end of the row. So I'll go slowly here again so you can see. So we're 3 stitches in now. Hopefully you can see with the 2 different colors a little bit what those stitches look like as you're finished with them. And I'll crochet this to the end. Sometimes it's helpful to see someone do something over and over again so you can kind of see what the rhythm looks like. So if I were to make a stitch that was too big like this, and I got to the end of my stitch and I realized it was just too big, see how it doesn't work with the other stitches. Again, I can pull out the crochet hook, tug on the yarn a little bit to get back to the stitch that was the right size, and put the hook back in, and just keep going where I left off. Works pretty well that way. Just keep going. And this one was a little too tight. So see, sometimes they're not all quite the same, but usually you can still make it work unless it's just so tight. See, I'm giving a little bit of a tug just to make sure I haven't missed any stitches, or that it's not, well, that it looks straight enough. Again, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but somewhat straight. Just checking it again. Looks okay so far, didn't miss anything. Okay, coming to the end here, you're going to actually leave the last stitch open. Like, you're not going to crochet into the last stitch. We're just going to do the first to the last stitch. So leave that one open. I'm going to just crochet this one right here. That'll be our last stitch. And then to finish it, leaving that stitch open, we're going to wrap the yarn around the hook, pull it through. I'll show you one more time. Wrap the yarn around, pull it through, and then make a big loop at the end again, kind of like we did last time. Get the scissors and cut off enough yarn for a tail, just like the other tails, and you finished the first crocheted row. And you can see again, it's not perfectly straight, but straight enough, and it'll get more straight the more rows I add to it, as long as all the stitches are about the same size. So then the next time I would crochet the other side on the blue side, and then come back again and crochet the side that already has pink on it, and then go back to the other side again. So just back and forth until I have finished as many rows as I want on the blanket. And that is up to you, as many as you want. So that's basically all you need to know, except for these fringe parts at the end. So I have a sample that I've worked on a little bit longer. I can show you what to do with the fringe at the end. So starting from the middle of the blanket, I'm going to do it by 3. So I'm going to take that very center tail and one on either side of that tail, and I'm going to tie a knot at the base of the blanket with those 3 pieces. Doesn't have to be super tight, just snug. I'm going to do that for every 3 at a time, all the way down the blanket on both sides of that center part. And then I'm just going to braid those 3 tails together. You don't have to make that super tight either. And it's up to you how long you want the braid to be. I think I usually make them about 4 inches or so, but whatever you want to do. And when you make it long enough, you'll just tie it off again at the end. It might get a little tricky. You might need a parent to help you. It can get a little awkward. But so there's a knot at both ends, so you have one thicker piece of fringe when you're done, and just cut it maybe right about there, a little bit of loose fringe at the end, and once you finish all those, that's the end of the blanket. So thanks for watching. I hope that was helpful for all of you guys.